Good day guys, welcome to today's video. So what we're doing in today's video is plain geometry UTM 2013. So that's what we're doing in today's video's mathematics video. But before we start, I want to implore you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that when we draw an interesting video like this, you'll be the first person to see. Thank you very much for all your support, and I want to see your comments after watching today's video on how we can improve in our teaching and also the things that we should pay attention to, like the topic you want us to solve for you and other aspects. So thank you very much. So let's look at this question. So this question is very simple, but if you don't have the knowledge of plane geometry, you may not be able to do it because there are some laws in plane geometry that you need to know. So let me try to just give you some laws, like not really something deep. Plane geometry is very simple so far that you are able to like understand simple concepts. Now what is plane geometry then? If you have an angle here, right? If your angle here is A, you need to understand that the angle here is A, right? It is going to be equal to this angle. Now if they ask you which law is this is vertically opposite. Do you understand? This one also, it is going to be equal to this one. Take note of that. Do you understand? I think this should be corresponding angles, something like that. Take note of that. So the same thing like with this one, so it will be equal to this. Do you understand the logic? To be equal to this. And also, this one also will be equal to this. Like, this one is a alternate angle. If I can still remember, this is alternate angle. Do you understand? Even automatically look at it. It is correlating with each other. So it means what we are doing is right. Look at it. Can you see now that they are correlating? But if you have B here now, B will be equal to this place. B will be equal to this place. This is alternate angle, like corresponding angle. Do you understand? So let's now apply what we've learned. So the thing is, whenever you want to find A, like for example, if you're A, if you want to find A now from B, you can just use angle on a straight line. We are going to make use of angle on straight line very well, an alternate angle, especially this question now, we are going to make use of it. Do you understand? So angle on a straight line will now be A plus B. That will be 180, right? At times you have to use angle at a point. What is angle at a point? That will be A plus B, A plus B plus B plus B. Please take note, not every time that everything will be equal. It's not every time that all the angle will be equal, like two angles will be equal. Not every time. At times, we have different angle here, different angle here, different angle here, different angle, not every time. Do you understand? It's because I'm using this to explain. Do you get? And the way I also draw it, this is like a perfect geometric shape. There are some shapes that are not perfect like this. You can see now this is 120, this is one thing. They are not equal. So angle at a point is 360. So this is angle at a point. So but that's not what we're doing. I'm just using this as an example, as an explanation. So let me clean it. Now look at this question. They said the value of x, what we are looking for is x, right? The value of x in the figure above is. So let's write our solution. Now I would like to draw this shape again. I would like to draw it. Since this is UTME tutorial, I don't need to explain a lot of things, because there are some things that if you are doing theory and you have something like this, although they rarely have something like this directly in theory, most of the time it's objective that they will ask it. And if they ask it in theory, there are some ways you have to answer the question. So let me draw it. Let me use my red. Right? So this is like, now, okay, the what I just drew now, please, I made a mistake. Oh, there should be parallel line there. If there is no parallel line, it's not a perfect geometry. Take notes. If there is no parallel line there, you can see there must be a parallel line before I can say it's a perfect plane geometry. Do you understand? There must be parallel line. If it's not parallel line, you cannot apply what we are teaching there. That's why we call it plane geometry. Please take note. If there's no parallel line, don't go and be saying this one is equal to this one. So it's because of the parallel line that we want to do. So please don't like be confused with what I did though. There must be parallel line, that this arrow must be showing that it's the parallel line. Now look at this now. You said this is our x, this is 110, this is 120. Now whenever you see questions like this, one of the logic for this type of question is that, for me, if I want to do any questions like this, the first thing you are going to do is you have to do parallel line. Draw a parallel line, another parallel line here, and also this one to complete it. Do you get the logic now? This one to complete it. Now you have what? A parallel line, a parallel line, a parallel line. Can you see now? The next thing now you want to now do is, we are looking for x, Abby. Now, the next thing you want to do now is, look at this now. This 110 and this place, there's one angle here. There's one angle here. There's one angle here. But you don't know the angle that is here. Right? And we want to know this angle here. This parallel line that I drew, like, it has cut this angle into 2 equal half. Like, if you have another angle here, I think you already know what I'm doing here. Like, if you are able to get this angle, you can say alternate angle to get this place. If you are able to get this angle, you can say alternate angle to get this one. Then you now add it together, you now get your x. Do you get what I did in that place? Now let's do this. Angle on a straight line. Let's assume that this is my y. Let's assume this is z, right? So let's do that. Angle on a straight line. 110 plus y is equal to what? 180. So that is angle on a straight line. So y is now equal to 180. You carry this to this side. So what do we have? 70 degree. So this place has become what? 70 degree, right? So alternate angle, what do we have? 70, right? The same thing here too. You will now do, we said the z. 120 plus z is equal to 180. So what's my z? 180 minus 120. What's z now? 60 degree. So we've gotten what? 60 degree. So the same thing here too. Alternate angle. So now, the whole place here is x. And I said this imaginary line has cancelled it. Like, it has cut it into 2 equal half. Like, no, not really 2 equal half. It has cut it into 2 separate angles. So it means whenever I want to get my x will now be equal to what? 70 plus 6. Because this line has only divided, like, cut x into 2. Like, so it means if I want to get x, I have to add, this 70 is only equals to one side of this x. And this 60 is only equals to only one side of this x. So for me to now get x, I must add 70 with 60 to get it. So what's my answer like that? 130 degree. So that's the final answer. So looking at the answer, what are the options? What do you think will be the answer? That's option D. So thank you very much for watching today's video, and I can't wait for you to drop your comments, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can have access to interesting videos like this. Thank you very much. Bye.